What's going on? Oh my goodness. It's been a hot minute. Oh my gosh, is that Apple? What's up? That's the craziest thing. This is like one of the first times I've seen you in the chat, but you're already a 9 month. That's how you know you're a true friend. Just 9 months already. I had no idea. Thank you. Oh. My bad. My bad. Sorry. All fixed. I forgot. I haven't streamed in a week and I forgot how it works. By the way, also, Power Karma, welcome to the True Senpais. It's good to have you. And Kenobi, thank you for the 9 months. Hashtag pro streamer. Did I miss something already? No? No, we just started 1 minute ago. Don't worry about it. Minute and 36 seconds ago. How are you and the babies? Well, there's just one baby. Unless you're talking about Kenzie. She's not a baby. If either of us is the baby, it's me. But no, Lennon is fantastic. So guys, can I tell you just real quick, I know I put Senpai Tech in the title and everything, but can we just have a moment here real quick? Apparently, this is my favorite thing. Kenzie has me put Lennon to sleep because she says I have the magic touch. Oh, the doggo. That makes sense. Yeah, he's good. He's right over here. He actually got attacked yesterday by another dog. We don't need to talk about it. He's fine. But it was sad. It was scary. There's no blood was drawn or anything. Just another crazy dog went crazy. Well, let me get past that, I guess, before I talk about the other thing. Now, I got to get past that story. We went to a family Labor Day barbecue, and family member has a old, getting senile golden that's always been crazy and gets stressed around other dogs and was being passive-aggressive towards my dog. And here's the deal. If your dog has a history of attacking other dogs, don't bring him around other dogs. I had no idea that he'd been attacking other dogs, and apparently it was a thing that's happened before, and he keeps bringing him around other dogs. So he locked him up, and I said, if I'm ever the first one, if it happens again, and I'm ever the first one to get to the fight, I'm kicking that dog as hard as I can to get him off my dog. Don't bring your crazy dog around other dogs. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I still have a little bit of pent-up anger about it. Neko is like my child, and someone brought a rabid dog around him. Anyway, off that topic. Use Stream Elements. Are your commands broken? I don't think so. I haven't set up commands in a while. Fix violence with violence. No, if this dog had a mouthful of my dog, I will do anything to get him off. So Neko's good. Neko's good, but it was a scary moment. But anyway, so apparently Kenzie has me put Lennon to sleep. This is what I wanted to tell you, and then I got caught up on the Neko attack yesterday. So she was doing something today. So Kenzie has me put Lennon to sleep because she will snuggle with me, but she won't snuggle with Kenzie, her mom. I'll hold her upright and she'll just snuggle up into my chest and under my neck. And just start to fall asleep on me. And then I'll put her down and she'll be fine. If Kenzie tries to put her down, she'll scream and have a hard time. And sorry, I was reading chat for a sec. I have zero attention span. TikTok has destroyed my attention span. Today, so she started kind of saying dada in a way where it seems like it might be intentional. Like, you know how kids say, like, she's said dad, dad a lot, but like, that's just because she's, then she'll also go blah, blah, va, va, dad, dad, mama, it's just like, just making noises. But this morning she was, Kenzie had finished feeding her at like 7:15 in the morning, and I rolled over and she like pointed up at me and said, dad, dad, which is really exciting. But then, so she was it was supposed to be her nap time. So here's the thing. By the way, she doesn't throw up anymore. How old is she? She just turned, she turns 10 months in 2 days. On the 8th, she turns 10 months old. So she was put down for a nap and she was screaming, and I went in and I picked her up, and with the door shut, so it was really dark, I just kind of rocked her a little bit. She wasn't tired at all. So she's like pushing away from me and looking around and making noises, and she was saying mama a lot. Like mama, 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 mama. And then she started smacking my face and grabbing my face and feeling my face, and then stopped saying mama and started saying dada. And again, it could have been a serious coincidence. But that was, if it wasn't, that was a very magical moment. That she like felt my beard and felt my face and started saying dada. In the dark. It's really fun. It's really special when they start saying dada. So she's good. She's the best. Cutest little thing. Always smiling. She gave Kenzie a bloody nose yesterday. She was breastfeeding, and Lennon was kind of like feeling her face. She likes with her free hand, because she's like on her side. With her upper hand, she likes to she smacks Kenzie in the face a lot and feels around and grabs. And so she had her hand, she like set it here for a little bit, and then like no warning, just like as far up her nose as she could, give her a bloody nose while breastfeeding. So funny. What's up, Tim? How's the music volume, by the way? Music volume okay? Finally caught your stream. Those moments are magical. Thank you, Legend Avenue. Welcome in. Good to have you here. There's music? Is it not coming through? Hold on a second. Let me see if YouTube or if Windows sounds just broke again. Let's see, Spotify music is going through music. How's that? Dude, is Exceldro in here? Super quiet, huh? I feel like it had to do with like a latest update. It is a little bit of a quiet music volume. Or quiet song. Hey guys, we have a legend in chat today. You guys know who Exceldro is, right? By the way, I'm not giving away secrets on stream yet today. We're just gonna brainstorm some stuff. But we got some Senpai Tech things in the works. You guys hear the music now, right? Hold on a sec. Let's try this. I wonder if it's not coming through. Should be coming through. It's going through the audience mix. Is the music coming through your audio monitors and your mic? If that's the only way you're hearing it, probably, because I've actually got it pretty high. Is it just coming through the speakers? Is it just coming through the mic? Here's the big test. I'm gonna shut down the speakers real quick. We're gonna find out. Yeah, it's not coming through the stream. I wonder what happened. I've had music going on the whole time. Yeah, so it's only coming through the speakers into the mic. Let me try this. Let's see. What if we go into Windows settings? We're going to troubleshoot here for a sec. Hold on. Shoot. Still not hearing it there, huh? It's still just coming through. It's still not coming through the... Hold on, let me make sure I have the right... I think I might know what it is. That fix it? I think that fixed it. Something broke our OBS input. Our OBS input switched from audience mix to system default. So, there you go. I think OBS was only picking up my my voice chat, like my voice chat system, which would pick up both microphones, but it wouldn't pick up anything else. I haven't streamed since I updated to OBS version 28, so that's definitely what happened. Just be careful of those things when you update. I didn't even think about that. No, it wasn't the beacon stuff, because it fixed it when I switched the OBS. The OBS mic input was switched from audience mix to just system default. So that's what it was. Oh, this is cool. The 24/7 lo-fi stream from OTK includes some Stream Beats music. Actually, it should, unless they change something, it should be exclusively Stream Beats music. I tweeted about it. I got on a Discord chat with them. They had their stream taken down by Lo-Fi Girl. Lo-Fi Girl went through and actually DMCA'd their stream. They got a ban from it. And so they jumped in a call with me and got them all set up with just using Stream Beats. What kind of camera do you have on that desk? I've got two here actually. So this one's the Sony A1. This is what we shoot most of our YouTube videos on. This is I shouldn't say most. This is where we shoot 99% of our footage on. It's on the Sony A1 because we shoot everything in 8K. That way we can do like zoom-ins and punch-ins and stuff, and because we upload in 4K. So that way we can zoom into 200% and it's still 4K. And then this is the other one on the desk. This is my vlogging setup that I'm gonna start using pretty soon here. Dude, I'm so obsessed with this little setup. This is the perfect vlogging setup. I love the tripod, I love the camera, I love the lens, the microphone's amazing. This is the absolute best vlogging setup. Currently. Until Sony comes out with an A1 with a flip out screen. The A7 IV, I like the A7 IV. It's a great camera. I'm actually using it. This is the A7 IV right now. I use it for my stream. I love that it shoots in 4K, full frame. I love that it has a 30-something megapixel sensor, so you can also take really high resolution photos with it, whereas this one's only 12 megapixels. That's really the only thing that bugs me about it. I don't like, however, that 4K 60 is cropped in at 1.5. That's the only reason I don't make that my main. I don't think I'll ever use, like, 4K 120 is too niche for me to care about for a vlogging setup. But 4K 60, if I want to slow anything down, if I were to go to Japan and want to get something in slow-mo footage, I can't use the full sensor. I have to crop it in to 1.5x. It bums me out. Probably costs $3,000, but this costs $3,000 or this costs Scutlist? Which one are you talking about? 3K camera as your streaming camera. It's 2,500, and then I want to say, I guess you're pretty close, because yeah, then the lens is I think another 400, maybe even 5. So you kind of nailed it actually. But I shouldn't say often. I like having cameras that I can adjust, and like if I needed to use this for another thing, if we wanted to do like a podcast out there and I wanted to remove this camera and bring it out there for a day, I could do that. Use it for more than just vlogging. I mean, use it just for more than just streaming. How's the baby like this microphone? She likes this one a lot more. And you're probably getting double audio again. Is it worth upgrading from the Blue Ember to a Blackout Spark? No. No, this will sound almost exactly the same. Clayton Herring. Sorry, I missed your membership 6 minutes ago. Thank you for the 17 months. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And Aquaclef, thank you for the $20. Says, I'm rebooting a love I had, and you've been a tremendous help so far. I want to say thank you. Thank you, Owen. Thank you. You made me tear up with your daughter's video. Thank you. That's very kind. She is 10 months old now, and she is the highlight of my life, and she's just the best thing. She's just the best thing ever. I know it sounds like oh, my baby's the best thing in my... Like, you don't understand. You don't understand, like, as this child gets older and more aware and starts to recognize you more, and you develop a relationship with this little thing that used to just be an incoherent sack of potatoes, and now she looks at you and recognizes you and smiles and gets excited when you walk in the room. There is nothing like that. Exceldra, you got kids? No, guys, I mentioned him earlier. Exceldra was in chat. Exceldra is the guy who made the Move Transitions plugin. He made the Source. We talked about him on that. OBS plugins video. If I can be a little bit biased, yeah, no, he's like the master of OBS plugins. He's the guy. Got a 6-year-old boy? Does he feel like he turned 6 too soon? Because I can't believe Lennon's turning 1 in 2 months. That's crazy to me. Have you seen the FR7? Dude, I watched the whole video on it this morning. I was late to the gym because I was sitting in the car watching the video on it. I'm trying to figure... I couldn't find a price anywhere. Was there a price posted anywhere? I looked on like 5 different sites. Mercury, did you see it? What mic are you using? As a streamer who just started, would you recommend the HyperX Quadcast? No, I don't think that'd be the first mic I'd recommend. It looks cool. It's probably one of the coolest looking USB condenser mics. And if that's your top priority, then it's a good mic. It's fine. But you're missing a lot of features. You could pair it with a Beacon, like a Beacon Mix Create, and that would basically turn it into, you know, an Elgato mic or any of the other, like that would give you all the control. But if you don't want to have to buy a separate thing just to get the separate controls for your chats, for your voice chat volume, your system volume, your game volume, your music volume, the Elgato Wave does it on its own. You've got the dynamic mic like the Elgato or like the Beacon mic. That's great. But yeah, no, I'm using a shotgun microphone. So you can actually see it a little bit right here if I push it down. Yeah, so Senpai Tech. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna get into secrets. We'll have an announcement in the next month or two. I've finally invested in the company. I think that's the furthest I'm gonna tell you. We'll back it up. We'll talk about some other stuff. But when I tweeted out that I signed something, I've invested in a tech company to kind of bring them into the Senpai Tech fold. We're working on some big things. We're working on like 3 or 4 really big things right now. And so I thought it might be fun. Well, I got you guys here to see if you guys have any, not that like we'll be able to jump into it or anything, but just curious. If you could change anything, if there's a feature or a function or a plugin or something that would make your life streaming a lot easier. Just curious. What would it be? I want to know if we're on the right track. We've got some products we're working on right now that are going to be game changing, and I'm so pumped. Senpai bought Apple, confirmed. I mean, I'm not saying we did that, but what if we did? Literally 1080 stream to Final Cut shorts. Simple click software function for shorts. AI content planning based on statistics. AI content planning based on whoo! That would be something else. An affordable split channel mixer. Like how affordable are you talking about? Because you've got stuff like the Beacon Mix that's $150. You got the free software that comes with the Elgato mics that are, I mean, you can get as low as what, like $100? Weren't they $69 for a little bit? You could get the Elgato Wave 1 for like $70 at one point. I'm not sure if you still can. GPU acceleration for alpha channel videos. Dude, I would love... Tim, do you know if you can set an alpha channel background in OBS? Can you do that? You can? Okay, that's good to know. OBS has it built in if you want it in software. Pretty sure you can. I have to double check. What's Senpai Tech? Senpai Tech is my software development company. And doing some stuff. Who knows? I shouldn't say software development company. I should say like tech development company, because who knows? What if we ever? I have very little desire to do hardware development. It's just so much more of an initial investment, so much more overhead, so many more moving parts, so many more variables completely out of your control versus software. The biggest thing about software is people assume it should be free now. Nobody wants to pay for software. However, that's not always a bad thing. The new meta of being free is fantastic. If anything, it's actually opened up doors for a lot of monetization. Like, I've mentioned this before, I think. If I buy a game, if I pay for a game, I refuse to give any more money to that game. I bought the game. Why should I have to pay for more stuff? You know, that's how I feel. However, if I download a game for free, I will dump money into skins. It's ridiculous. Shouldn't say I'll dump money, but like Apex Legends and Valorant, the two games that I play the most, totally free to play. Downloaded them totally free. I bet in Apex I've probably spent $150. And probably about the same in Valorant. Maybe $100 in Valorant. I know I bought a $72 pack in Valorant. So then it's like, okay, have I only spent another $28 on top of that? I don't know. Maybe I've spent $150 on each. What if it's because you like playing it more? I mean, there is that variable. The skins and everything in PUBG were just such a joke. Like you'd open up packs and you'd get like a red and white striped shirt, and then you open another pack and you'd get a black and white striped shirt, or the same shirt 4 times. In what world do they let you get the same skin multiple times? I think I own 4 of the same red and white shirt. Am I peeking at all? It says when I'm talking, sometimes I go on the red. Let me know if it sounds like I'm ever peeking, by the way. In League of Legends, though, I don't want to know. Yeah, have you ever seen those TikToks of how much people have spent in Candy Crush? Whew. No, it sounds great? Okay, cool. Good to know. There is, guys, if you can... I think in nowadays, like today, one of the greatest skills to develop, if you could learn anything, one of the greatest skills you can develop in business, especially in tech, like software business, is how to monetize free. The best thing that I did with Streambeats is make it totally free and totally available. Make the songs available to download for free. Like just put it on. I pay extra for higher tier Google Drive so that you guys can download it totally free. And then just throw it up rather than like create my own system that you have to subscribe to for $5 a month. Just throw it up on Spotify. Because the thing is, like, it feels like it's free, but it's not, because most people already pay for Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. Almost everybody already pays for a music subscription membership. And so I'm just taking a cut of what you're already paying. Because Spotify pays out per play. So because you guys are streaming and you're listening to it for 5 hours straight, and we make the songs relatively short. We make them all about 2 minutes. What's with the red fingernail? Oh, the fingernail polish is just coming off. I used to have 4 fingernails painted. I got to redo them. That's all. But what was I saying? We get about 500,000 streams a day, which does really well because we get paid out per play. That money that you pay every month to Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, we get a little chunk of it. The original, I feel like I've shared this before. The original, by the way, John Quattro, thank you for the 11 months on the moon. Oh, that's a big one. Dude, thank you. Welcome back. And Matt CE, thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back. Any open roles at Senpai Tech? No, not at the moment. Everything we've done, I've always put together a skeleton crew of incredibly talented people, rather than just like filling it with a bajillion people, and then you have to you spend money managing those people, and it's a really inefficient system until you're doing large projects and a lot of things. Especially when you're in this early development, having a skeleton crew of just really talented, devoted people is unbelievable. But yeah, monetizing free, learning to monetize free is one of the most important skills you can learn as a business person today. The iPhone 14 has 8K. I mean, that's just a rumor. We'll see. Do you think with an iPhone filming 8K 1080p will no longer be the standard for YouTube videos? I think it depends on the style of YouTube video. If we're talking about like parody stuff, like stuff that's filmed on a phone, nobody cares if it's 4K or 1080p. If it's shot on stuff like this, people expect it to be 4K. Like if it's cinematic, beautiful quality stuff, I think people expect it to be 4K. And most laptop monitors nowadays are above 1080p. Most, not all. Some of them are still 1080p because they're crazy high frame rates. But we shoot everything in 8K on this. We shoot in 10 bits, 8K. I mean, the A-roll footage, usually when I send over footage to Scott, it is between 50 and 100 gigs. And that's just this one angle. The top-down camera, if we do top-down stuff, it's also usually another 100 gigs, even if it's not as long, just because it shoots in ProRes. This is shooting in like H.265 or something. We're shooting top-down, that camera shoots in ProRes, and those files are the biggest ones, and we usually only use a couple seconds of them, which is kind of weird. Linus also has petabytes worth of storage. Yeah, so we have a ton of storage on Google Drive. That's what we mostly use just for transferring files back and forth. Now that we got Google Fiber, I want to see if we can start using the NAS normally again, see what that experience is like. But I've got 80 terabytes of NAS storage. I've had it for like 3 years now, and we've only used a couple maybe like 4 or 5 terabytes. Technically, it's an 80 terabyte drive, but we're in RAID 10, so we only use half of it. You ever thought of doing long form content on your business building strategies? Man, oh man, I consume the heck out of that. So what's it? The Dunning-Kruger effect? Is that what it is? The Dunning-Kruger effect, where the more you learn, the more you realize how little you know. Is that a thing? Chat, can you confirm? Dunning-Kruger? Okay. The more I've dived into business building and stuff, the more I realize I am not an expert on this at all. I've learned a lot of little things here and there, but there is not a chance I could actually be like a business mentor. At least I don't feel like I could. I feel like I've got a strong intuition, especially intuition about consumer practices, consumer behavior. Understanding what's gonna work well with an audience and what's not. And I've learned a lot about good and bad business practices, but like, could I do a course on business? Absolutely not. And on top of that, John Quattro, just to let you down, I don't want to do how-to content. I don't like doing how-to content. I've been doing it for 4 years. I am exhausted. There's no passion behind it. I started it, if I can be open with you guys know how like streamer burnout is like on fire right now? Burnout on fire. See what I did there? Dude, that's very real. And I am being hit with the blunt of it, but I have videos that I've got lined up that I have to do, and brand deals that I am contracted to do, which are great, by the way. That's not a complaint at all. I'm very, very lucky that I have these brand deals to finish off, these contracted brand deals. But I'll tell you, burnout is very, very real. What's this song? Look up Streambeats Indie Pop on Spotify. Just look up Ryan King. Ryan King, I'll just show you. It's a very, very good song. If you haven't seen the music video, how about this? Just look up the music video. It was Today by Ryan King. Have you guys seen the music video for Today? Can we watch it today? By the way, if you guys aren't subscribed to the Stream Beats Indie Pop, this is probably my favorite Stream Beats music right now. Is Stream Beats Indie Pop. It's entirely Ryan's music. It's all the instrumental versions of his singles. That's all it is. Like the newest one is amazing. This is such a great song. I feel like we should listen to it with lyrics. Keep screaming. I'm certain that you could. There are people that know not even 1% of what you do and explain like they know a lot. I know it's always going to be those guys. Why can't I get to 100 followers? Not sure if vidIQ works or not, to be honest. I love your videos. I don't know anything about your channel, about your content, but I would guess you're probably being a little impatient. I started making YouTube videos in 2006. First time anything actually took off and got any momentum was in 2013. And then after that, there was a steep drop off. We weren't able to maintain it. That was my music career with my wife. And then again, I started making videos a couple years for no viewers again, and didn't have anything take off until 2019. Yeah, December 2018, basically 2019. Is when that one took off. And I was making content since 2015. That one took about 4 years of making pretty consistent content, going out of my way, trying new things, really exploring the space. Be patient with yourself. Expand your skills. Make sure, this is actually something that I want to get at on the Harris Heller channel that I'm going to be jumping into a lot. After the instrumental version's over, by the way, we're gonna play the real version. The thing that I think a lot of people miss nowadays, when everyone wants to be YouTubers, which is a great thing to want to be. Being a YouTuber really is amazing. You have so many opportunities and experiences that you can't get elsewhere. But a lot of people just want to be YouTubers. They're like, how do I, what videos can I do that'll get a bajillion views? And nobody wants to develop any skills anymore. Nobody wants to learn something that makes them unique and powerful, and develop a skill that actually sets them apart from other people. They're just trying to figure out like what crazy thing can I do? By the way, this isn't me saying you're doing this. This is just a general observation. But there is. If you want to be unique, if you want people to look up to you, you want people to respect you, learn a unique skill. Spend time. Become an expert in something that people are interested in, that you're interested in. Like, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today if I hadn't dived into cinematography, and I wouldn't have been able to do Stream Beats if I didn't have a serious knowledge of music production. And our last music career, I was producing music all day, every day. Like, video editing was something that I spent a long time learning until I hired an editor. Just learn skills. Develop yourself. Become an interesting person. It's a big one. Is there any way to send in a general application to Senpai? We're not hiring anyone right now, so it wouldn't do you any good. But we are going to build a website probably this month. And whenever we're hiring, we'll put something up there. We'll make sure there's some kind of like notification thing, like you can put on a notification thing like, hey, if you're hiring, send me an email or whatever, and we'll have that set up. Because we're building a lot of stuff right now. I'd put Senpai Tech on hold for a while, and we started Senpai Animation instead, almost a year ago now. And thinking that like, we'll just, Senpai Tech's not going to really be anything special. And then I hit an opportunity a couple months ago and reached out to someone and invested in a tech company. And started Senpai Tech. And we are in the middle of building like 3-ish big products I'm so pumped about. What services will Senpai Tech offer? We're not making services. We're making products. And I don't want to give away any of the details yet. We will. I'll tell you as soon as we're ready to tell you. I promise. Very excited. Related to streaming? Yes. I should say related to content creation, but very streaming heavy. Just to be transparent, I'm very, very burnt out. I'm not enjoying how-to content. I'm not enjoying educational streaming content. There's not much to teach you guys anymore. There's always going to be a new product that comes out that's super fascinating that I should review and talk about. And I always want to get into that stuff, help you make sure you make a solid financial decision when buying new gear or whatever. But in terms of like making consistent stuff on the Senpai Gaming channel, like I just feel like that's not the best resource for you anymore. What you need now is solid streaming products, solid streaming software, stuff that's going to make streaming better and easier. And I don't have time to do that right now because I'm making videos all day, every day. And we're doing massive things at Senpai Records, and I'm falling behind on it. We're doing massive things in Senpai Animation, and I'm falling behind on it. We're doing massive things at Senpai Tech, and I'm falling behind on it. I need to, and if I were to pull back on the Senpai Gaming channel a little bit, to really only make videos when it's absolutely necessary, when there's something really important to share with you guys, I would have time to build those things. And I'm excited. So there will be that moment probably around the end of the year. I'll still be active. I'll still be on Twitter. I'll still be streaming. I'll still be making videos on this channel. I actually really want to get into that. Like, that's a passion that I want to try. I've been wanting, like when I talked about earlier, people not being willing to like develop skills. I have a list a mile long of things that I've been dying to learn. Some of them are improving stuff that I've started on. Like I want to get back into guitar. I haven't picked up my guitar in like a year. I want to get back into playing guitar, but I also want to develop new skills. Like I want to learn character animation in like Maya, for example. Really, really want to learn character 3D animation. And I haven't had the time to do it. And so I'm going to start doing content on this channel about what it's like to learn those things. How long does it take to learn them? What's the experience like? Just developing skills. How do you recover from burnout? Change something. Make a change, which is what I'm doing at the end of this year. Senpai Anime, dude, I would love to develop an anime. That would be a dream. But I've got a lot to learn first. I've never produced any kind of real show. And so I don't think that'd be putting the cart before the horse. Let me learn animation. Let me maybe make some animated shorts first and really develop storytelling, because I need to work on my storytelling a bit too. More Japanese content, that's actually another one. I want to actually become fluent in Japanese. I've been taking Japanese lessons for about 4 years now. 3 years? No. Almost 4 years. I think Kenzie gave me my first Japanese lesson for Christmas in 2018. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And so coming up on this holiday season, it'll be 4 years. and I want to move. I want to go to Japan for a month and only speak Japanese and become as fluent as I can and go back there a lot. We're talking about, Kenzie and I are talking about potentially like getting a place, like seeing how difficult it would be, meeting up with a real estate agent and seeing how difficult it would be to actually own a place in Japan and Airbnb it out for half the year and then live in it for like 2 to 3 months out of the year. What do you use to learn? I do private lessons. I have Skype lessons 3 times a week. I'm so excited about everything you do. Dude, Storm High Droger says no matter what or when you get to your goals, I'm so pumped being here and your achievements and how they're going to shape our streams content creation. I hope so. Thank you. That's very nice. Really hope so. Hit up PewDiePie and he'll tell you how awful it was. I don't think he... Oh, buying a home there? Oh, I believe it. How worried should one be about actions of others on stream? I have a roommate who uses not safe for work words when they game. I've tried to get them to be more conscious with no luck breaking their habit. Why does what... Here's a phrase. Here's a phrase you need to know. All right, I need you guys to repeat after me here. This will change your life. Ready? Not my circus. Okay. Ready? That's the first half. Not my circus. Not my monkeys. It's the whole thing. Not my circus, not my monkeys. If your roommates are using not safe for work words, it's none of your business, man. If you want to move out and find new roommates because it bothers you, sure, go for it. But don't try to... And don't give unsolicited advice. It's not your circus, not your monkeys. You still loving the Beacon mic? Recently purchased, can't wait for it to come in. Yes, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic system built by a passionate group of people who have made something incredible. Is it perfect? No, of course not. If you try to make something semi-affordable, you can't make it perfect. But is it good? It's very, very good. Racist words? Don't stream with them. Don't stream with them. Don't hang out with them. You don't have to hang out with them, but you also shouldn't try to change them. Also, in general, talking down to people, I'm not saying you talk down to them, but like going in and giving unsolicited advice to people who don't ask for it never changes anything. It's just gonna make them dig in their heels. No one ever changes unless they're treated with kindness and just be, you're just an example to them. Not my pig, not my farm. It's all the same. Professor Sherbert, welcome back to the Thrifty Boys. Thank you very much. Milky and I wondered if you would ever have a crossover with Corridor Crew at any time. I've been watching Corridor since they were called Corridor Digital, but I've been probably subscribed to Corridor for 10 years? Since they were doing a ton of stuff with like Freddie Wong. That's when I found Corridor, when they were doing a ton of stuff with Freddie Wong. It feels good to know. Right after I saw Eposvox trashing it, I got worried. Don't worry about what he says. He's let his emotions completely taint his view. He's let his emotions completely alter, and I wouldn't trust his opinion on Beacon. I would trust his opinion on a lot of things. Wouldn't trust it on Beacon. He's a smart guy, but he's let his own emotions get in the way on this one. You'd be so proud. I got a Sony a7 III, a Sigma f 2.8 for $1,700. The whole kit for $1,700. That's phenomenal. That is a great setup, Dark Doomed. Enjoy it. Did I miss the actual announcement of what you're going to do, Senpai Tech? No, there was not an announcement. We're just kind of brainstorming and talking about stuff. All I said was that I've invested in a software company. I will be announcing what it is soon. The next month or two. And that's all. That's about it. Is the Chosen 25 Discord role still in the works? Is it getting scrapped? That's a question for Tim. I got to jump into the mods and hit up Tim, see if that's something that they're working on. Because I sent him all the information for it, but if it hasn't happened yet, yeah, let me jump in. Those guys do an incredible job. They're in the Discord way more than I am, so I'm always extremely patient with them. But we should definitely make that a thing. Have you heard of the small channel named Creator Life? Nearly nailed your mirroring your lighting. I think I saw that one. I think I remember seeing it. Someone tweeted it at me and I watched it. It's really cool. Voice meter senpai. No, I've said for years I'm not a fan of the voice meter software. It's cool and it's powerful, but it's one of those things that's where clearly there were a lot of audio people in the team and not enough of the actual user base on the team. And it was overdeveloped and overcomplicated to the point where it's just not going to get widely adopted. It's just not going to. And nowadays it's not necessary anymore with all the other software that's available. Thoughts on FaZe Swag leaving Twitch for YouTube? I've never watched FaZe Swag. I actually didn't know who he was until I saw his announcement. I'm not a big FaZe fan in general. However, still a big creator. I watched his announcement. It was pretty good. Actually, I liked his announcement a lot. And I mean, guys, it's not going to stop. In fact, hold on. All right, not yet. I thought it was today. It's not today. There's another big one coming. Hey, Nickel Bud. You getting lonely out there? Does anyone in here have a dog? Because I got bad news for you. Your dog is second. I legitimately have the world's greatest dog. And it's not debatable. That is the world's best dog. Is your dog named Cat in Japanese? Yes. Yep, we named him Neko. I didn't expect to move into people. Like one of my neighbors across the street has a company in Japan. Just moved back from Japan like 2 years ago or something. Wasn't expecting that. And so now whenever I, shout Neko for my dog, it gets weird. New subscriber, what's up, Prismo? Welcome, man. Do you think Twitch will be alive in the next 2 years? I would normally say yes. I would normally say, and by the way, 2 years is a very short period of time. I don't think anything's dying in the next 2 years. But there are a lot of small streaming companies that are just kind of doing their own thing, right? Like Trovo's still doing its own thing. Facebook Gaming still exists. I shouldn't say that's small. I don't trust Facebook's reported numbers ever. They're always super inflated. I remember seeing someone on Facebook with 90,000 followers and was streaming for 3 people. There's nothing wrong with streaming for 3 people, but like, or maybe he was streaming for like 300 people, but didn't have a single chatter. Didn't have a single chatter the entire stream. And I'm like, that's how many people are actually actively watching this? Or is it just somewhere on the timeline showing up in an algorithm? You know, it's one of those, you know, you got D-Live, you got Caffeine, you got all these small ones. And I would say, like, you know, it has a place. Maybe it'll always just be the place for like the core gaming group or something. You know, the OGs. It's more like the purest streaming platform, but like the thing that scares me is that it's owned by Amazon. And streaming is very expensive to host. I bet if push comes to shove and YouTube like officially wins this fight, which is an inevitability at the moment, with how many people are moving from Twitch over to YouTube, like there's going to be another big one in the next couple days. I thought it was today. I think that I don't think Amazon's going to keep paying for Twitch. They're at least going to get rid of Twitch Prime. And what's going to happen to Twitch? What happens to streamers when Twitch Prime disappears? Since you live in Japan, I don't live in Japan. I live in Utah. I want to live in Japan. I live in Utah, bud. And I've never been to Okinawa. Are you a Family Mart or Lawson's kind of guy? We always stopped by when we visited there for a couple weeks, we stopped by every Lawson's. Ninja definitely returning back home to YouTube. Yeah, so his contract just ended with Twitch. It was a 2-year contract, I'm assuming. And the fact that his partnership ended, if he was just taking a break, his partnership would not have disappeared. So he's leaving Twitch. I'd be shocked if he goes back to Twitch. So I think he's leaving Twitch. I mean, dude, the guy's made bag. He might just be done. At least doing it like as a full-time job. I bet he moves to YouTube just to do it for fun. But dude, the dude has made so much money. He doesn't need to do that anymore. Can I tell you one of my goals? Talk about Senpai Tech. One of the things that I've never done, I've built a handful of companies that are profitable and make me revenue every single month that I use to continue building other companies and stuff. Something I've never done is I've never sold a business. And the problem with that is I don't think I've built a business that can be sold yet. A lot of what I do relies on me, right? There are a handful of streaming, you know, copyright-free music. I mean, ours is a next level. We actually go through steps that other people don't even have access to make it even more safe in terms of like getting, for example, getting whitelisted on YouTube's Content ID is something that is not public. We go through our own backend services to do that. But like realistically, if I were to sell Streambeats to someone else, another company, it would not have the same impact because it wouldn't be owned by a streamer, right? It could be sellable, but not worth as much as it is just being owned by me. It would lose a lot of value by being sold, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it would be. Some of the stuff we're working on at Senpai Tech, like the YouTube channel, there's no way I can sell the Senpai Gaming YouTube channel. I am the YouTube channel. It is me. And so I don't have any plans on selling either of those. I don't think it'd be an easy thing to do. But I really want to build. I've got a couple ideas of companies that I want to build that I'm not like crazy passionate about. I've just found an idea that I'm like, oh my gosh, it'd be amazing. If I built this, that would explode. And I've actually started a couple of them and then not had the time and energy to finish them, so I put them on hold. Some of the things we're building at Senpai Tech might be those things though. We'll see. I think they're a good enough idea on their own and a unique enough of an idea and a game-changing enough idea on their own that if I built them up for 2-3 years, maybe even 4, we could sell them for just buco bucks. And I would love to do that. You ever built a business abroad? That was actually something I was talking with Kenzie about this weekend that I'd never thought of before. I think that would make my Japan ventures, my Japan ambitions, a little bit more justifiable. Is if I wanted to try to actually build a company in Japan. I'd love to see what that's like. That seems like such an interesting venture. Streaming equipment or just tech in general? Focusing on software mostly. Something that's intangible is so much easier to make. You have far less overhead. You have far fewer costs, far fewer hurdles in your way, right? I know a big problem with Beacon stuff as well as GoXLR stuff was tariffs, right? Just import tariffs. That's the whole reason the GoXLR went from 400 to 500. It's entirely because of import tariffs from China. So not having to create hardware and buy prototypes and redesign things and have hardware engineers, like, I think software feels so much more manageable. Yeah, regulations, it's huge. So I just invested, I mentioned a couple times on stream, I invested in a software development team. Too many. Where do we put all the cameras? What if I'm trying to like silently flex? Where do I keep them? Does that work? Is this the camera flex spot? Is that too obtrusive? Maybe we have one over here and just like one right here. Oh. Can you imagine? There we go. You should create your own mic. Why? There are a lot of great mics. Devin Nash posted a video an hour ago saying streamers are burning out. Kind of similar to your ninja thoughts. Dude, I'm burnt out. We're making some massive changes. Not only am I burnt out from this channel, but this channel is causing me to be behind on everything else we're working on. There are things at Senpai Records that need my attention, and I have hardly been announcing when new songs go live because I've been so focused on the next YouTube video. We haven't been able to make music videos for singles as much as I've been wanting to do because I've got to make YouTube videos. We haven't been, like, I can't leave town for a while because I post regular YouTube videos. We posted 2 last week. I got to shoot 1 today for this week. Having like a regular posting schedule that's tech-based, built around this space has been really hard. So I'm super behind on Senpai Tech stuff, super behind on Senpai Animation stuff, and I'm super burnt out from this channel. So there will be some pretty big changes. A lot of streamers are burnt out. I don't plan on I might try to see if I can like pull off taking a giant break in December and just like taking the whole month. I took my first weekend. Did Hell Week not work out? It did not work out. I did not have the strength to do that. I took my first weekend, like where I didn't even think about work. Last weekend, not this past one, the one before. It was the greatest weekend I've had in a long time. It was amazing. I started Monday like ready to go. I haven't felt that way in a long time. What's the solution? Well, the last piece of this puzzle is that I just feel like the Senpai Gaming channel, sometimes we post videos that are really important. Usually the most important videos are either like massive updates to the platform or new tech that comes out and reviewing new tech because you guys need to know if you should spend your money on it or not. So those 2 things are still just as relevant as they were before, but like social media strategies, like the videos on like how to get people to watch your videos, how do you grow on Twitch? Like those videos have been done 5 million times. I don't need to make those videos anymore. I don't want to make those videos anymore. I'm reaching when I make those videos. Sometimes there's an occasional fun one where like when I partnered up with Nutty and did like a 3 or Twitch plugins video, and talk about the newest plugins that are available. Like that stuff's fun. Those are so few and far in between that for the most part, it's like I'm just gonna wait until there's something important to make a video on and outside of that, I need to focus on actually building these companies that will actually change your streaming experience. When I first started making videos on the channel, I was sharing strategies that I'd been doing as a YouTuber for a while, but Twitch streamers had no idea about. And they were really important. Like when I first started talking about if you want to grow on Twitch, you need to start a YouTube channel. I was like the first person to say that. And it was a really important thing to talk about. Nowadays, everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows to diversify. It doesn't matter. If I'm not talking about a new piece of gear that you need to see if it's good or not, there's just not a lot of value there anymore, which is why views have gone down on the channel. It's why views in tech and streaming stuff have gone down in general a lot on all channels. We've got a lot going on that are so much more valuable to you guys than this YouTube channel. So I need to focus on those. And so early 2023, gonna be a huge change. And I'm excited. I'm so excited. Still missing videos about basic editing skills for streamers, YouTubers, basic camera transitions, B-roll. I feel like those exist. I know Sam has made a lot of editing videos. It's society as a whole burnt out. We consume so much in COVID. I agree. I think at the height of COVID, things exploded. Everyone wanted to start streaming, and I think people are just getting drained from it. I think the novelty of streaming is wearing off. I think it was the biggest craze 2 years ago, and it's just getting old. People realize that it's not fun to stream to 3 people for years. It's not fun. But mostly, I just want to feel like I'm doing something of value again. Which is what I'm doing. Which I'm working on. I mean, Stream Beats to me felt like it was such a big game changer for streamers. And we're working on 2 or 3, I should say 3 or 4 more products that are like that. They're game changers for content creators, and I need to put my focus in those. I'm so excited about them, and you should be too. By the way, Darth Tedward, thank you for the 4 months. Zinc WW3. Sorry, oh, that was 10 minutes ago. I'm super sorry for being late on that. Thank you for being a new Thrifty Boy, and also thank you for the super chat. What's your best budget XLR mic in your opinion? Budget XLR mic, probably the Rode Pod mic. That's one of my favorites. It's $100 and it's fantastic. Lumberjack Samurai, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. Dr. Gamester, thank you for the super chat. How do you hire your software engineers? Well, that was actually the big thing, is I was looking for a while, and dude, hiring the right people is really, really hard. And really expensive because you're going to make mistakes. But that's why I decided instead to invest in a currently existing software development company that have already made something amazing and they needed help taking it to the next level. And so by investing in them, I've allowed them to do that, and then we're combining some of the stuff that I'm working on. It's pretty nutty. Has anyone in here got a Sony A1 yet? This one? You got questions? Dark Doomed? Also, Ride My Avatar, thank you for the super chat. How can I get YouTube chat to show up on a YouTube? What? Ride My Avatar, I'm gonna look for your name. You don't have to super chat again. I'm just gonna look for your name in chat. I'm gonna give you one more shot to ask that question because that didn't make any sense. I figured out the OBS Alpha recording. Tim, let's talk about it later. I also want to see if you guys have any questions about the shoot, what did we call it? The 25, it was the C25. What does the C stand for? The Chosen 25. That's what it was, the Chosen 25. Hello, tomorrow is my birthday, turning 35. Oren Cohen. Happy birthday. I'm turning 34 tomorrow. I know you tweeted something. Was it that? Is that what it was? I recognize your face. Was that? You tweeted that we had something in common. Was it the birthday, or is this a second thing? I'm pretty sure it was the original thing. Hi, I was wondering how to make my YouTube chat show up on screen while live streaming. Stream Elements chat is hit or miss when it appears. I use two things. I don't use Stream Elements chat. Oh, are you talking about like this one here? Like that, like OBS Live kind of thing? So you can just go to view. Sometimes mine doesn't pop up either. Here. You can just go to view, docs, and go to chat. Just like that. Wait, we have the same birthday? No, I'm in our dreams. We also have I was born September 7th, 1988. What do you know? Oh, freaking Windows. Why do you do this? Windows? Let me try reopening it. There we go. I actually got scammed before buying the Sony A7 III because I tried getting an A1 for $3,000. Got the money back, so it's all good. Happy early birthday. Yeah, for Oren, for our birthday, Apple is giving us a presentation, a keynote. That's so nice of them. No, this camera is almost perfect. This camera has one flaw, and it's that it doesn't have a flip out screen. If this camera had a flip out screen, this would be the absolute perfect travel vlogging camera, because I could shoot in 4K, 30, 60, 120. I can shoot in 8K 30. I can also shoot 50 megapixel photos. So I could do perfect photography. This thing does perfect photography and perfect videography, but can't do this. Can't do this. It's the only thing wrong with it, and for vlogging, it's a deal breaker. Sony A1 is over $6,000, and that's just the body alone. It is a fancy camera, but being able to shoot all of our stuff in 8K is phenomenal. We shoot all of our videos in 8K. That allows us to punch in to 200%. You see all those like zoom ins and punch ins and stuff. We can do all of that and still upload in true 4K because we never zoom in past 4K. It's fantastic. Usually, if we were to shoot in 4K like we used to shoot on this camera, and if we did any punch-ins, that moment of being zoomed in was only 1080p. Which isn't a deal breaker. It's not like it ruins the whole thing, but it's nice to have that flexibility. Or sometimes I shoot it with the camera a little bit crooked. We can punch in a little bit and fix it and still be in 4K. Can't you just get an attached monitor? Yeah, but for vlogging, you can't have it be that heavy. This setup is so light. This setup, I love how short this little tripod is, so it doesn't wobble a ton. This lens is insanely light. It is less than half the weight of this lens, which is what I used to use. This is the 12 to 24. This one's the 16 to 35. It is this super tiny, super crisp, super lightweight lens, and I love it. Like, my footage got so stable from switching to this camera, or switching to this setup. That was the biggest thing. I used to use this camera with a crazy 12 to 24, and I was like, this lens looks so good, and the lens does look really cool. Being able to go all the way up to 12 mil really is cool. and it gives a special look that very few people have in their vlogs. But the footage was shaky. It was too heavy. And I was using this tripod too. Basically, this was essentially my setup before. It's crazy. Look, it's already falling over. Versus this one. It's insane. As you're walking, this thing wobbles everywhere because it's so much heavier, but also the arm is so much longer. Versus this one, the arm is short, so it's just so much more manageable. What's the difference between 8K and 4K? That number, 8K or 8,000 and 4,000, is specifically talking about the horizontal resolution. So the amount of pixels from left to right is what it's talking about. In not exactly, but it's an estimate. It's about 4,000 pixels and about 8,000 pixels. So essentially in 8K, you have twice as many pixels left to right and twice as many pixels top to bottom. So you have 4 times the amount of pixel resolution. 4K is about 8 million pixels, roughly 8 million pixels. 8K is about 32 million pixels. You're essentially cutting every pixel into 4 tinier pixels. So you have a crazy high resolution. Dear Harris, Senpai Tech, please make a piece of software that backs up all audio settings, including routing, levels, everything, so I can restore it in one click, post, Windows, update, breaking, everything. Actually, I think Beacon just said that's what they did. And I'll have to look into it, I don't remember. Anyway, guys, I gotta work on the next YouTube video. I'm gonna run. You ever thought of using a gimbal? No, we have a DJI that we've used a little bit. Whenever Scott comes over to actually film some stuff, he usually uses the DJI. I think it's the RS2. I don't remember what we have. Mac Studio arrived? Dude, Anti-Tux, enjoy that. If your final video is 4K, then you can zoom in. Wait, it depends. If your final video is in 4K, then you can zoom in 200% on 8K without losing picture quality. Exactly. That's what we do. We do a lot of punch-ins and zoom-ins up to 200% without losing any resolution because we're only exporting in 4K. Can you actually tell the difference between 4K and 8K footage? We don't export in 8K. So no, nobody would be able to tell. Nobody has an 8K screen, so it doesn't matter. We use it for flexibility. We use it for the flexibility of being able to punch in and out on footage without losing any resolution. So we don't actually export in 8K, and nobody has an 8K screen, so it doesn't matter. It's just about that flexibility. I'd actually be fine. I'd be fine with 6K. I'd prefer 8K if it's an option. Happy early birthday, brother. Dude, happy birthday to you too, man. I wouldn't say nobody. All right, I know I've seen 8K screens, but even then, if you're looking at an 8K screen versus a 4K screen, there's not a lot to notice in the difference there. We're gonna stream again Thursday. I'm not gonna stream tomorrow because it's my birthday and also because I'll be watching the Apple keynote. Let's stream on Thursday and talk about the Apple stuff. And we'll do a raid then. But guys, thank you for hanging out. Love you guys. We're shooting a video today that'll be going up Thursday-ish. Love you guys. Hope you guys have an awesome day tomorrow. I know I will. Oh, Toro Breaks says, been very slowly upgrading my gear. What mic setup would you recommend? Looking to upgrade from my old Bluebird Yeti mic. There are a lot of schools of thought there. I really like the Beacon mic if you're looking for dynamic. It's fantastic. The software is incredible. And you could pick up one of these and get a Beacon Mix Create for, you know, and it'll be in about a little less than 500. That'd be right in your budget. Lots of options though. Lots of options. If you want an XLR setup, pick up a dynamic XLR mic and go with, you know, the Wave XLR or the Rode Procaster if you're looking for some more flexibility. All the things. A lot of options. Anyway, guys, have an awesome one. I'll see you guys again on Thursday. Love you guys. Peace.